So the latest updates. A lot of people, Patrick, were very disappointed when they heard that Iran was reopening the Strait of Hormuz in lieu of the ceasefire in Lebanon. Well, the ceasefire in Lebanon is essentially not a ceasefire because Israel is continuing to strike Lebanon and target especially civilians in the south. But more important, or at least more importantly, or additionally to this, we now have knowledge that Iran has not reopened the Strait of Hormuz because it was never really closed, but they have now retaliated very hard against Donald Trump, especially now the continuation of the blockade. They have been sending messages to all ships in the Strait of Hormuz, saying attention to all of them. Regarding the failure of the U.S. government to fulfill its commitment in the negotiations, Iran declares the Strait of Hormuz completely closed again. No vessel of any type or nationality is allowed to pass through it. And according to Reuters and other media reports, we know that now a tanker has been struck, an Indian tanker, 20 nautical miles off of the northeast coast of Oman. So, Patrick, it seems like things are falling apart on the Trump administration's push to, well, I'll let you answer this, whatever he's trying to do with Iran. It seems like things are falling apart. Talks have also been rejected by Iran. We're kind of at square one here again. What's your thoughts about what's been going on and these latest developments?
It's really hard to keep track of it. If you're watching the U.S. media, if you're watching Donald Trump's Truth Social account, and you're trying to follow these events through those media platforms, it's going to be very confusing. And I think that the way I approach this, Danny, is that I don't trust anything that the Trump administration says about anything. If they claim they've had a phone call and that somehow we're back on the right track again, negotiations are back on, we've got a deal in the makings, the straits are open, or whatever, there's a ceasefire, I just don't believe it. So the Iranians are now kind of, I think, in that Reagan-esque trust but verify position, because they're really dealing with an unstable actor. The current regime in Washington is completely erratic, completely unstable from a foreign policy or at least public communications point of view, totally incoherent. And you really have to look at the cause of this, is that it's so funny that the United States press and politicians are so busy following the president's statements and not asking the fundamental question: what are the official channels of communication with the United States government? I mean, everything can't be funneled through, at least in a constitutional republic. Far be it from me to point that out. The United States is not a dictatorship. It's not a monarchy. So it's a constitutional republic. So we have checks and balances. We have due process. We have sort of established lines of communication from which the government can communicate to its own people, as well as the world, to the business community, to the media. So what are the official communication channels? Is it the State Department? Is it Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State? Is it the White House's press secretary? Is it Donald Trump's Truth Social media platform, a website owned by Trump? What is it? And that's the basis of the problem. And so Iran, I believe, has already priced this in. And Iran is basically where Russia was probably 2 years ago, realizing, or at least a year and a half ago when Trump came into office, realizing that there's going to be no serious negotiations with the United States because they're not even sending their top diplomats. So they priced that in. They're making preparations. I probably think Iran's under no illusions that the United States, is not going to attack them suddenly or not use this impasse as a sort of cover for a sneak attack or the next wave of violence and aggression. I think the Iranians are well aware of this, and so they've priced this in.